back and the nerves are still here. And that is no joke. I genuinely feel nervous. Maybe it's because we're climbing into the 900s now, where we've only just achieved this elo. So we've had, I think, one game. Yeah, we've had one game in the 900s. So we've gone from 904 to 914, and that's the elo we sit at right now. So we're just going to get into another 30-minute rapid game, and we're going to try and stay composed and just do our thing. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. So we're playing with black. We're against a 915 elo. We're going to do the Sicilian. I think it's called the Sicilian Khan or something like that. Okay. Is this what we're doing in the 900s? So, obviously, it would be tempting to pull that out, but then the queen just comes across and he's straight onto the rook, so we're not going to do that. His next move is obviously going to be bringing out the bishop, and he's just going to try and go for the quick scholar's mate. How do we want to respond to this? Right, let me just lock in. Lock in. Right. He comes down, puts pressure on here. I could develop my piece, continue with what we want to do, and then I suppose that just stops it instantly. Yeah, let's just do that. Continue how we started. Make him play our game. Okay, so now if you jump in, we could take, but then you're going to take, so we don't want that. I think this is going to be one of the Sicilian games where we don't look to castle and we look to keep the king in the center and protect it. So I suppose at this point I'd like to just fight fire with fire. Why not get the knight out? Where are you going to go? Because ultimately with this opening, there's a nice little tactic. If he develops and castles, we push up, hop in with the backing, obviously the backing of the rook as well. But let's not think too far ahead into that. Let's continue with what we were going to do. So we don't want to move the knight because he can come in and get our queen. I suppose we could move the queen because he's never going to take with the queen and just sacrifice for the sake of a knight. What we would like to maybe stop happening here, to be honest, is this knight from hopping any further. So we could push our pawn on d7 with the prevention of his knight coming in. The only problem with that is we then block our queen. However, if we push the queen out, it's continuing with the Sicilian opening, putting pressure on his pawn on h2, and also preventing his knight from coming in. I do kind of like that. His knight could hop in this way, but I just feel like it's getting greedy. So to complete our opener, we'd like to push this pawn forward once. The idea being if he hops his knight in, he won't be able to continue any development. Okay, so sort of, what have you done there? He has left that open for a quick check, but that doesn't really do anything for us. At this point, could pull the what's it called, up the bishop, putting it on the same rank as his queen. He has blocked himself in. It appears he wants to come down here and do some damage this way. Maybe we just attack here. If he takes... This is a bit of a long-winded move. But maybe we put the bishop on first. Then push up. Is it one move too slow? Push up. Same line. Hop in. Push up. You take. I take. But then his knight's there. I feel like it's too slow. If we push up now, he's probably going to push down, which doesn't do us any favours. Maybe we just push up. And then we're back in, preventing him from coming in. And then we try something like that. Could hop in, which is a developing move, which we're supposed to do in this opening, and ignore everything he's doing. But do we try and capitalise on getting his queen? Let's do it. Let's try and trap his queen. I may live to regret this. We could push up and castle. So if this knight comes in, it's not too much of a hazard. But saying that, that's dangerous, because if he hops in there, he just comes down. And if we have put the rook on f8 at that point with a castle, it's good night Viennetta. So we definitely don't want to be doing that. If he hops, we can take. What's your objective here? You're not going to go there, are you? Oh, I see what you're doing. Looking to put me in check, and then I take. What if I just put pressure on you? And then you take. What if I push up? No, because then you can take this. If I push up here, and then you take, sort of covers all angles, doesn't it? That's the most logical thing to do right now. If he takes, then we can just take. Now I want to get this bishop up. Get it in line with the queen. And then take. Just take with our knight, trying to lure him in with the pawn. I'm sure I did this last time, you know. Sure I did. I feel pressurized again. I'm literally in this boat again. How have I allowed that again? What a fool. If he hops in, I'll hop across. But then he can just take this pawn, can't he? Ah, okay. Nice move. You could escape. You can't go there. You could go there, but if I move... I feel like I've alleviated some pressure, but I need to just... I think at this point I am going to castle this way. Yeah, I am. Get the bishop in the centre. Castle. Because that was too sketchy for my liking. I tried to punish his queen. I got greedy. I didn't do the calculations. And I nearly paid the iron price. You hop in. I take. You take. I take. Putting pressure on your queen. So I win me piece back. You hop in, I take, putting pressure on your queen. You take my knight. I push the bishop up and take your knight while applying pressure to your queen back by the rook. You move your queen, I take a second piece. You can't come in. You can't come in. You can't go there. You can't go there. You can't go there and you can't go there. That was a nice move, to be fair. But you've also just blocked your own knight. So if I just hop in and just start coming down this side, it's not really a problem, is it? Knight's on the rim of Grim. Saying that, I could just big man Bosch. And then you can't really. Your pawn's already gone, so how can you really attack that unless you move the queen? But we've already established you can't bring the queen in. So I could either play more passive, dance around the boards, or dare to be great. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Same SP. You take, I take. Putting the pressure on. If you don't force me to do anything, I'm just going to hop in. Like so. Saying that, if I hop in now and you push down one, I feel like I don't have to do anything down here just yet. You've allowed me to come in. And then where are you going to go? So I put pressure on you. You could hop back, then put pressure on me. And then I can just come back down again. But I sort of get rid of you doing that. I could hop in, offer up the trade, take with that piece, putting pressure on the queen and freeing my own. Let's do it. And then I want to think about getting this castle in. You take, I take, pressure on the queen. You have to move. You can't go there because I can double whammy you. You could go there. You're threatening this, but you're not really doing anything else. I could threaten to check, but then you could just push down. Sort of wasted. I think we use this opportunity to get the bishop in. Get castled. Offer some protection. And then we're kind of in a better position. Oh, he could just come and take me. Damn. Didn't see that. Oh, neither did he. You hop in. Put pressure on my queen. I come up. Put a check on your king. Take your knight. You hop in. Check. You come down. Take your knight. In the meantime, if you don't do that, we get a check in. A castle in. You push down first before you do that. We push up. You take. What are you doing? You come down. Do we? Is that going to be safer for us? What's the best way to attack here? Push up, you take, I take. But then, do anything back in that pawn's a queen. I need to get my bishops involved though. I could push the queen across, push the bishop up and put some pressure on. Oh, I've just given away that tactic. What a fool. I say nah, you can't hop in anyway because I can just take you, so what am I on about? And you've got no backing. Oh, push up, put pressure on the queen. Don't know if that was the best move. Oh my god, what the Clearly a fucking mouse slip. Feel like resigning. Feel like resigning. He could drop that. Oh my god. It's all gone to pot, mate. My only option would be to take it. Lose my knight. I'm gutted. Had to be done. It had to be done. I'm in shock. We have to get this king into that I mean, not that it'll do much now. But it's no good out here in the open. Might be our only chance. Take. You push. I can't allow that push. We've got nowhere else to go. Never had a choice. Maybe I just claim this open file. Throw in a check. You're going to pull that back. Pull back. Back that. Take. Pressure. It's got to do something. Hang on. You could pull back. Please. Do it. I double dare you. I double dare you to take that. What did you just take? Hang on. Come across. Check. You can't move there. Take you for now. Just to get rid of you. Check. Get the king up, come across, check. Actually, can I just castle still? Is that an option? Have I moved the king? Oh, damn. If he pushes there, we can check. Push up, come across. Is there room for a checkmate somehow? Because of this. If we can sort of trap him on the files. If he drops. That's a threat. Take. You take. Hop in. Threaten the queen. Down. Push up. How do you... What, you come in there? There is a... I feel like there's a way out there. Do I just hop straight in there? Push up. You come down, I take. I feel like we need to go on this square just so I can sort of hop out. It's one less move. But I don't know. In all honesty. I just don't know. There's no immediate threat to the king. You could push too, but I can take you. If you push down, I can take you. I have got the option of taking his rook. But where's the checkmate here? He's got too much. Need to activate this second rook. Hopefully he thinks he can take on a diagonally and I just come down and snag it. hop in, you take, I take, I take. You come what all the way down? Please take it irrationally. If he drops this, there's opportunities. Push up. You come in. I can take. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Oh. Mouse slip. Mouse slip. Lost my queen.
A fundamental first move that gives you a lot to consider. Your opponent, good job. They bring a nice, this move, usually their best, this move, they are, good job, decent, ouch. You're better. I like, you attack, moving, you win, they move, you're bringing, they kick, good awareness, you get this stops the illogical, your opponent. You get a chance to win material through an eventual fork. They missed a chance to capture a free knight. You found a safe, that's playable. This, you're now able to force an, that is a great square for your bishop giving it. This is the only move that works. You permit, they missed a, you're going to end up losing a knight. You are now able to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. You've just allowed your queen to be... You are now able to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. You got lucky here. That was a free... This central... Creating a... You exchange... A clear... You had a... They missed... You trade... A straight... Your build... Their move... Your bishop... Their king... This move... You trade... A straight... That was... Your opponent... That's not the best move, but not... They move their... Good job. They are right. You escape. They develop. This move leads to losing a pawn. They had an opportunity to punish your inact. You escape their bishop. Your best move. Precise move from your opponent.
What was my best move?
Your best move. Their bishop comes into play. Your best move was to block an attack on a vulnerable pawn. Precise move. That was your own. This move still keeps their checkmate. You permitted the opponent to checkmate the king. Checkmate and the game is over.
It hurts. It hurts. 9:06. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.